Bakua.
Has done it again for the 9th time.
Strike to claim it, and he got it! Bowling history. The only player ever to win 5 U.S. Opens.
Jodi Woessner has set the standard for women's bowling in the state of Ohio.
All strikes for Woessner so far.
Winning numerous state, local, and professional titles as a 4-time Hall of Famer and was Ohio Women's Bowler of the Year for 5 straight years. Woessner grew up in Oregon, Ohio, and was introduced to bowling at a young age.
My mom, my dad, and my stepdad all bowled. So they were all really good bowlers. We were just automatically involved in bowling right from the get-go. My mom was a manager at a bowling center, and then my dad ended up buying a small bowling center about an hour south of Toledo in Deschler, Ohio. I think just it being in my family, I was just always around it. As far as, kids leagues and junior travel leagues, it came easier to me, so it was something that I could do and be competitive at and have fun.
In 2008, Woessner had the most dominant season of her career, winning a national and regional Rodman title, 4 Hoinke Classic titles, a PBA regional title, and a PBA Women's Series title, defeating Hall of Famer Carolyn Doran-Ballard in the final match.
On television. Nice game, Jodi. Career title number 1 for Jodi Woessner, 247 to 189. Congratulations, Jodi. An early wedding present, perhaps.
That was a turning point in the rest of my career because I was 39. I was like, okay, I'm almost 40. I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to be competitive much anymore. Kind of got a little down on myself. After I made the US Open show, Tom Clark, he actually said to me, "Where did you come from?" And I said, "Buddy, I've been around for a long time." When people count you out or don't know who you are, I think it kind of gives you that extra motivation to do something about that and make sure they know who you are next time. And maybe that's what happened that year, I don't know.
Woessner owns 3 titles at the Women's Championships, winning her first 2 titles in 2010, where she posted a record all-events total of 2330, which gave her titles in both scratch and diamond all events.
Winning the all events and tying for the record for 816, the 2330 for all events took over the record by 99 pins, which again had no idea while I was bowling. I was just bowling. My husband was flying in at the time, and he said as soon as he landed in El Paso, his phone was blowing up because I just finished bowling and just took over, took the record and took over the lead, and it was so cool. Last year, myself and my teammate, Courtney Wooldridge, she bowled a 300 also, and that led us to winning for the team event, which was my first team event win. And I didn't even know going into the 10th frame that it was that close to go around the team that just took over the lead. It was crazy to me that I actually had to mark in the 10th frame to take over the lead, and I didn't want to leave a split through the face, so I kind of left it a little wide and caved in a bucket and left a 5-pin, and I said that was the hardest 5-pin I've ever thrown at. Everybody gives you a hard time about missing a 5-pin, but that one actually put us into the lead, so that was pretty cool.
Woessner would go on to win the 2022 Senior Queens in her tournament debut, defeating USBC Hall of Famer Lucy Sandlin 238 to 223 for the title.
Another good shot there.
Yeah. All right.
Trips to 4.
Winning the Senior Queens there were a lot of expectations, but then again, I'm also not the youngest anymore, right? So I've already lost 2 years, and so I went out there with expectations, but not extra pressure on myself. It was my first big over 50 tournament, both first big senior tournament, and I just wanted to do the best I could and not have any expectations, and it worked out.
Today, despite working a full-time job, Woessner still makes bowling a priority, bowling PWBA regional events, senior events, and is a member of Senior Team USA, continuing to inspire others with her passion, perseverance, and excellence on the lanes.
There's truly more than one way to get there, and if you're determined enough, and you put yourself out there and never ever give up, I think that's what's gonna get you there, and that's what I want people to remember about me. I mean, there's so many great things that I feel like I've had the opportunity to accomplish, and I've been blessed with a lot of opportunities, but there's nothing greater than this.